Most people are asking the wrong question about AI. They're asking, will AI replace me? And they're looking for reassurance, for someone to tell them that their specific job is safe, that their particular skills are irreplaceable, that the thing they've spent years building expertise in will still be valued the same way in the world that's coming. And there are plenty of people willing to give them that reassurance, to tell them that AI is just a tool, that humans will always be needed, that the fears are overblown, that things will adjust the way they always have. I'm not going to do that, not because I want to frighten you, because I think you deserve an honest answer. And the honest answer is more complicated than either the reassurance or the fear, more nuanced than AI will replace everything, more serious than AI won't change much, and understanding that honest answer at the level where it actually changes how you make decisions is what I want to walk you through today. Stay with me, because this one matters more than almost anything else you'll think about this year. Let me start with what is actually happening. Not the headlines, the structural reality. AI is compressing the value of task execution. Not all tasks, not all execution. But the category of tasks that can be clearly defined, broken into steps, and performed according to a learnable pattern, that category is becoming dramatically cheaper to execute. And that category is larger than most people want to admit. Think about what a junior lawyer does every day. Research, document review, first draft contract preparation, summarizing case law, identifying relevant precedents. All of it follows learnable patterns. All of it can be clearly defined. All of it is being done by AI systems right now, faster, more comprehensively, at a fraction of the cost. Think about what a junior financial analyst does every day: data gathering, report preparation, variance analysis, competitive benchmarking, market research, pattern recognition in financial statements. All of it follows learnable patterns. All of it can be clearly defined. All of it is being automated right now. Think about what a junior developer does every day: writing standard functions, debugging common errors, translating requirements into code, testing and documentation. All of it follows learnable patterns. All of it is being done by AI coding tools right now. Better than many junior developers, faster than any of them. I am not listing these to demoralize you. I am listing them because the pattern is important. The pattern is this: the tasks most at risk are not necessarily the least skilled tasks. They are the tasks that follow the most learnable patterns. And pattern-following tasks exist at every level of apparent sophistication, including some that felt very safe until recently. Here's the first honest thing I want to tell you. Some jobs will not survive this transition, not be changed, not be transformed, not be made different and interesting in new ways, will not survive. The specific functions that exist primarily to execute clearly defined patterns at a cost that justified human involvement will be automated, are being automated right now. And the people in those functions who have not built capabilities beyond the pattern execution, who have not developed the judgment and relationships and creative capacity that extends beyond what the patterns require, will face a genuine transition, not a comfortable one, not a gentle adjustment, a real disruption. That will require real adaptation. And the people who will be hurt most by this disruption are the people who were told that if they worked hard enough at the right kind of job, they would be safe. That was never a permanent promise. It was a temporary arrangement, one that worked when the cost of human pattern execution was competitive with the alternatives, and the alternatives have changed. Here is the second honest thing, and this one is harder to say. The disruption will not be evenly distributed. The people most at risk are not necessarily the people with the least education or the least apparent capability. In many cases, they are the people whose entire career trajectory was built around pattern execution at a high level, who went to the right schools, got the credential, joined the prestigious firm, and built a professional identity around being the person who executes the complex pattern correctly. Those people face a specific challenge, not just economic, identity level, because the thing that made them feel valuable, the thing that justified the years of training and the credential and the professional status, is being compressed, not eliminated, compressed, and the compression will continue. And the identity built on executing that pattern, even at a high level, is sitting on a foundation that is shifting. This is not a reason for despair. It is a reason for honest reckoning with what your professional identity is actually built on, and whether the foundation will hold. In the world that's coming, here is the third thing, and this one is genuinely encouraging, but only if you hear it clearly, not as reassurance, as direction. The capabilities that are not being compressed are not random. They follow a pattern, and once you see the pattern, you can build deliberately toward the capabilities that matter, rather than hoping the thing you already do happens to survive. The capabilities that are not being compressed are the ones that require something AI cannot replicate, not just something AI doesn't currently do well, something AI cannot do structurally because of what it is and what it is not. The first category is genuine human judgment in genuinely ambiguous situations, not the judgment of applying a known framework to a familiar problem. AI is excellent at that. The judgment of navigating a situation where the framework itself is unclear, where the right answer depends on deeply contextual factors that are not fully articulable, where the decision requires weighing incommensurable values, where the right move changes based on subtle signals about what this particular person in this particular moment actually needs. That judgment, contextual, relational, sensitive to the full texture of the human situation, is not something AI can currently provide, and will not be able to provide in the same way, even as it gets dramatically more capable, because it requires something that no training dataset contains: the experience of being a human being, in all the messy specificity of that experience. The second category is genuine relationship, not the simulation of relationship, the real thing, the trust that builds between people over time, through shared experience, through demonstrated reliability, through the specific history of having been there, through the irreplaceable fact of being human, and therefore understanding from the inside what another human is experiencing. People want to be genuinely known, genuinely understood, by another consciousness that has lived something, not by a system that has processed information about what living is like. That desire for genuine relationship, genuine human connection, does not compress. It may actually intensify. As more of daily life becomes mediated by AI systems, the value of genuine human presence, genuine human attention, genuine human relationship may become more scarce and therefore more valuable, not less. The third category is creative direction, not the execution of creative work. AI can execute creative work remarkably well, but the decision of what to create, what question is worth asking, what problem is worth solving, what direction is worth pursuing, what matters in this specific context for these specific people at this specific moment. Those decisions require a kind of grounded judgment that is rooted in caring about something, in having a stake in the outcome, in understanding why it matters, not just what it is. And that caring, that genuine stake, is not something AI has. Here's what I think the honest picture looks like. AI will not replace humans, but AI will dramatically change what humans are valuable for. And the people who understand that change specifically, who can identify exactly which of their current capabilities are being compressed and which are not, who can deliberately build toward the capabilities that compound in value as AI handles more of the execution, those people are not threatened by what's happening. They are positioned to benefit from it, because as AI handles more execution, the relative value of the capabilities AI cannot replicate increases. Supply and demand. If AI can produce competent execution in large volumes, the scarcity and therefore the value shifts to what AI cannot produce: judgment, relationship, creative direction, the ability to navigate genuinely ambiguous situations, the ability to be trusted by another human being, the ability to understand what matters, not just what is. These things become more scarce, as AI makes execution less scarce. And more scarce means more valuable, which means the people who have genuinely developed these capabilities, rather than just the pattern execution that sits adjacent to them, are in a fundamentally stronger position, not despite AI, because of it. Let me be specific about what this means practically, because direction without action is just anxiety with better language. The first practical implication: audit your current capabilities honestly, not what your job title suggests you do, what you actually do on a typical day, hour by hour, and for each activity, pattern execution, or is this primarily judgment, relationship, or creative direction? Be honest, more honest than is comfortable, because the comfortable answer is almost always that what you do is judgment-based. When the honest answer is often that much of what you do is sophisticated pattern execution. That distinction matters, because it tells you what is actually at risk and what genuinely isn't. The second practical implication: start developing the capabilities that compound, not someday, now, while there is still time for them to accumulate into something significant. The judgment that comes from navigating genuinely ambiguous situations develops through navigating genuinely ambiguous situations. Not through studying them, through doing them. The relationship capital that matters builds through consistent behavior over time, not through networking events, through showing up repeatedly for people in ways that matter. Over time, the creative direction that AI cannot replicate develops through caring about something enough to have genuine views about it, through developing taste, through being willing to have opinions and defend them and be wrong and develop better ones. None of this happens quickly. All of it compounds. And the compounding starts from when you start, not from when it feels urgent. By the time it feels urgent, the people who started earlier are already years ahead. The third practical implication: learn to use the tools, not because the tools are the competitive advantage, because not knowing how to use them is an increasing disadvantage. The person who combines genuine human judgment with the ability to leverage AI tools for execution is in a position that neither pure human capability nor pure AI capability can replicate. They have both the direction and the leverage, the judgment and the speed, the irreplaceable human capability, and the multiplier that makes it reach further. That combination is where the most significant opportunity is right now. And most people are developing one or the other, not both. Here is where I want to leave you. Will AI replace you? The honest answer is that AI will replace the parts of what you do that follow learnable patterns. If that is all of what you do, then yes, the disruption will be significant. And honest preparation matters more than reassuring yourself that everything will be fine. If what you do includes genuine judgment, genuine relationship, genuine creative direction, and you have actually developed those capabilities rather than just being adjacent to them, then no. Those capabilities are not being replaced. They are becoming more valuable. The question is not whether you are safe. The question is what you are actually offering, and whether what you are offering is the pattern execution that AI is rapidly replacing, or the human capabilities that AI is making more scarce, and therefore more valuable. That question deserves an honest answer, not a comfortable one, not a reassuring one, an honest one, because the honest answer is the only one that actually helps you. Position yourself correctly. Build deliberately toward what compounds. Use the tools as amplifiers of your human judgment, not as substitutes for developing it. And stop asking whether AI will replace you. Start asking what you are building that AI cannot replace. That question is harder and far more useful. It is the question that determines which side of this transition you end up on. And you still have time to choose. But that time is not unlimited, and the best time to start building the answer is right now.